Hi everybody. So we're going to actually learn how to start this self-portrait project. You kind of already did with your sketch, but we're going to use that to move on today. So I want to first show you some finished projects of 8th graders in the past. We are doing a mixed media project. You will be learning 6 different styles of creating a portrait. You're going to be looking at different artists that have used these styles and how to kind of go about using them for yourself. And then we're going to learn all different kinds of materials and how to use those materials. Now, if you don't have every single material, I understand, so I will give you alternative options. But I just wanted to show you a few examples because you're going to see what this project should look like when it's complete, or when it's finished. So, here's what you need to get started, everybody. Okay, it's demo time. So today, to start with, you need your self-portrait sketch that you just completed. You need a pencil, and you need that board packet that I gave you before we left school. So, we are going to be basically duplicating a section of your face 5 different times. In your packet, you should have a piece of tracing paper and 6 boards. Now, one of them might look like cardboard. That's the one you don't need to use today. If you don't have this one, then just take one of your blank whiteboards. So you're going to set it aside because you do not need it. You just need 5 blank whiteboards today. First thing, okay, you're going to take that tracing paper. Now, if you rip it, don't worry, just tape it, or if you have your own tracing paper, this is a 5 by 7 inch piece of tracing paper. You can always cut a new one. But you're basically going to figure out what section of your face you want to repeat for this project. You can make your paper go horizontal. It can be vertical. You can make it go diagonal. It's up to you. If you don't really like the way your lips came out, then don't draw your lips. So whatever is in that 5 by 7 section, that's what you're going to trace. So you could just do half of your face. Now try to not make too much in the background. We want to fill this little sheet of tracing paper up. So I'm going to pretty much trace everything that's in that section. You are not going to be tracing these lines that that helped guide you to draw. Do not trace those lines. We don't want them. We're going to pretend like they never were there. Oop, and if it slips, just put it right back where it went. So everything gets traced that's inside that box. And once that's finished, you can set your sketch aside, and you just really need your tracing paper now and one of your boards. So this tracing paper that I just traced on this side, I have to flip it completely over. So it's going to be the reversed image. That's okay. That's how we are going to be able to transfer that pencil line onto this blank board. So this is where I started. I have to flip it over, put it on that blank white board, and now I'm going to trace it again. You're kind of using some pressure here, and it's going to make that pencil line transfer on to the board. So if you can see, I'm going to flip this up, and you can see that it actually does transfer. Well, it's a little light, but here, let's zoom up a little. Okay. So I'm going to do that over the whole face here. Trace all of my lines again so it will transfer. Okay, so it is a little bit light, but that's not a big deal. You can always darken it up if you wanted to trace it again, but not necessary. You'll be able to see it if it's light. The only problem is you have to do this 4 more times on the other boards. And this side of the paper that is transferring the pencil line can get kind of dull. So if you want to bring it back over and retrace it, just so you can get some nice, bold pencil lines that will transfer better, you might want to do that. All right, so make sure that you go over that again. So once you have one board finished, then you get to do all 4 of the other boards. Remember that one board that you set aside? That stays blank. Okay, everybody, so when you are completely finished, you should have 5 identical faces on 5 boards, and one of those boards should be blank. It might look like mine, it might be white, it just needs to be blank. Just remember not to keep flipping this over. You want them to be all the same identical face. So if I flipped it over, it wouldn't be. Make sure that it's the same identical face 5 times. Do not get rid of this tracing paper. We are going to actually use it for the blank board eventually. It's just not going to happen now. So today, this is what you should try to get done. I'm going to give you your first board tomorrow, and then you'll have Tuesday and Wednesday to complete this part and that first board. So let's see what you got, guys.